see.
Well, hello. You are now viewing that podcast with just me and Sexy Lexi.
How y'all doing?
Everybody.
Right. We don't go
Everybody's late. Okay. You know, usually we'll just come on late as a whole. But tonight, we said we just gonna get the party started. Hey, Sora Manifa, how you doing, boo? Hopefully you being safe up there. Listen, how are you doing, Alexis?
I'm good. Just had a little pizza in my life, so I'm all right.
Look, in between the countdown and the video, all you see is I said, well, okay. Literally, I try to catch the
I hope nobody else see it.
I said, well, you know, if y'all didn't know, honestly, when we do this, it's on Friday night. We hungry. And we kind of tired too. But we still do it for you guys. Hey, Marie.
Lord help us. I could hurry up and take a bite between the lipstick, but I got caught.
Yes, you did. So when you go back and watch this,
I saw it.
Ooh, that thing was funny because I was over here clicking the button. I was like this. Okay.
Like, what a Kodak moment it is.
Oh, Lordy have mercy. But hey, everybody, listen. Episode 16.
It was fun. 16. I wasn't there, but I heard it.
That's right. Alexis couldn't make it.
I wasn't there, but I heard it. It got real interesting, you know.
I mean, we kept it cute. We kept it real cute. Maurice listened to it. And Maurice was texting me today. I said, you ain't listened to the episode? You ain't got no questions? He's like, oh, well, here you go. So Maurice, let us know in the comments what you think, but I do have your questions, so you don't have to re-ask them.
I just want all my haters to support me like their haters support them. That is all that I ask.
You ain't never lied, yo. So when we say
haters, if you're listening, support me in the ways that they were supported. All right.
That's okay. I hear you. Because if you don't know what we're talking about, right? Basically they had some haters or have haters. But let's fall back. Justin and Gabby, they're coming on tonight. They're, doing what they have. I'm telling you, Friday night is becoming, it's kind of hard. But they basically, Justin is a Aggie. And speaking of, happy homecoming. I love that Aggie pin over there.
Happy homecoming, y'all. I wish I could shout out the person that I bought it from because I actually saw her on Facebook. That's how I got it.
Is she an AKA on Instagram?
Could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know her stuff was in the ladies of A&T posts.
I wonder because I recently just bought some pens. I should have had them on tonight, but I be trying to give y'all something to look at. But right. But episode 16, we had Justin and Gabby. Justin went to school with us, so he has himself together. Okay, but he has decided with his lady through COVID to do. Here go Johnny's, honey. Let me tell y'all something before I bring Johnny's up. Johnny's is snitched. Okay, she is late. Hold on, let me see if she good. Let me see. Oh my goodness, hold on. Hey,
I am not really feeling my hair, y'all.
Why? It might take a while.
Don't like
it's giving me poetic justice.
Give it a while.
Okay.
Give it a while. The passion twist. I love me a passion twist. And actually, it's really pretty. But when you have T27 hair, when you have that blonde in there, I hate to say
think it's too full. I just need to find somebody that can I need you to come hook me up, Erica.
I was about to say, listen, it sounds like you might need me to do it, but it's okay. It's okay. It looks really pretty.
Thank you.
Maurice, really I agree. I need my haters. Haters, if you're listening, like, subscribe. Listen to our podcast. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere. Just, haters, come on through.
That is so sad. But what Alexis is talking about is Justin and Gabby, like I said, they have an OnlyFans and they're going to be on here tonight. They're coming. It's everybody got a little stuff going on. But they're haters.
Look, did we all get the red lip memo?
We did.
Y'all look good.
Thank you.
Thank you. You do too. And Maurice said your hair looks nice. Maurice said your hair looks nice.
Look, I asked Maurice, did he want to if he wanted to join us, because so we were doing an episode after this too, and I asked him, did he want to join? He was like, I'm gonna be out, so I can't go. I was like, okay, I mean, we're gonna have Maurice out on the live in the episode,
and take me with you because I'm tired of being.
Now Maurice Alexis, he been showed up at your house, honey.
Never mind. COVID is a scary thing.
We don't want no problems.
COVID is a scary thing.
Okay, but look, so what they're saying by haters is that they have friends people that used to be their friends, that used to support them as just a person, but once they became a couple and once they began to do OnlyFans, they, I guess, had viewing parties of the episodes from OnlyFans. Is that the word you use? Episodes?
Yeah, well, I guess I don't know. But yeah, they were basically saying like people had a watch. Then look, I ain't having a watch party for nobody that I don't like. Well, we are not having a watch party.
I just don't know.
That takes a lot of energy to have a watch party for somebody you don't like.
Right.
Well, yes. Okay, I was confused about that because if somebody doesn't like you,
and then you got to pay for this. Like, this is not free.
They must have took a pool and paid for it as a whole, because I think when me and Bree looked, it's $25 a month for their OnlyFans page, and their haters sat around and had a watch party watching their videos.
That's crazy.
I guess, again, haters, if you're listening, I would like that type of support. Keep that same energy when it comes to me.
Well, we would love for the people to come see us, but I have learned that some people just not gonna like you, yo. They just not,
and then you don't want people watching you and that they're hating. Like, that's just bad mojo.
That money still counts
bad mojo.
It's really, I don't know how you can be that type of hater, but and maybe they just don't agree with the lifestyle that they're leading by being adult entertainers. So if you haven't listened to episode 16, like I said, our Aggie brethren, he is a part of the OnlyFans community now with his lady. We do have questions for them, but just since they're not here, we talking to each other first. But did that inspire any of y'all to start an OnlyFans? Because
it did not.
Because I think Patrice was saying she will put on her bonnet and have her OnlyFans. I mean,
but we could start an OnlyFans and have our podcast on OnlyFans.
We could,
right? It's not just for.
Let us know in the comment if you pay $25 a month to see our OnlyFans.
Podcast. I would be concerned.
Erica can be on there talking about in her leopard talking about ow.
I would just be on there story time.
Look, did y'all see that Lisa Ray was talking about starting the OnlyFans and
and Meek Mill, like, what's that VIP look like?
Wait a minute, Meek Mill want to do what?
He was like, what's that? Oh, he said, what that VIP talking about?
Right. With the VIP price for the for Lisa Ray OnlyFans page.
Oh, for Lisa Ray. Lisa Ray is gorgeous.
Yes.
But I think it would be a little interesting, don't you think?
I don't know. We'll see.
She was in Players Club.
To give it to the people.
I mean, she might as well.
Wait a minute.
I could see her being very profitable.
Well, we ain't doing all that, but I guess we can jump into one of the questions that It's a couple of
Hold
things.
on, I need to know, Erica. Now, hold on, because Mari said if I had an OnlyFans page, would you watch?
What?
I don't see that question.
It says, Erica, if Lexi had one, would you watch it?
I would do whatever I could to support Alexa.
You better watch.
Right,
I just don't
pay
know
the monthly fees, but I
don't think I would watch.
Yeah,
I would be up at night. I would be like, yo, that's my friend on Only. Now, okay, now it's getting personal. So if one of us was on OnlyFans, and how do you in the comments let us know, how do you support? You just do a membership?
You just run that membership, and then that's it.
How do you support your friends? Because with Justin, technically, we as a brand, well, me and Bree supported him because we had to go see what the product was. It I was just like, well, hey, they're brave. They're very, very brave. I mean, very, very brave.
Yo, I got tears in my eyes. I can't even do it.
Y'all look
at Kevin, Mr. Jenkins.
Are you trying to be a Power Ranger?
Are you a Power Ranger?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Is the COVID Power Ranger? Oh no. Okay, I see with the mask.
I did bring a little mask, but I was like, it's more of homecoming than anything. Here you go, right here.
Okay.
But it need to be gold because I'm wearing all gold.
Honey. Oh my god.
But yeah, so like I said, Justin is coming.
Hey Raquel, how you doing, girl?
Yes, he's one of our Aggie brethren, and I just we're just here to give y'all the story because we think it is extremely important to represent the Aggie. But I don't know if I will watch Alexa's booty ball naked.
Let me tell y'all something. If Erica had an OnlyFans page, I would not be able to do that. I would not be able to watch that. It is nobody on here that I would be able to watch their OnlyFans page.
No, nobody. We couldn't do it because I would be talking trash. Like, did you see her think she'd do a split and get right back up and do it again? She know we too plus size to be doing moves like that.
See, Erica will watch it and then be calling me talking about, okay, so this is what you need to do.
Right. She'll be giving pointers.
I'd be like, well, you know what? You thought you can do a kick to the left and twirl and roll and bounce your booty out like this? We can't do that no more. We need to try something.
Erica's OnlyFans page will be her trying to be a go to the light dancer.
That's right. I will be a go to the light dancer because they rejected me from even trying to try out. Okay, they rejected me before the actual tryout. They rejected me, Erica. They rejected me at the Q&A during orientation. I will never forget that lady face. If I see her today, I know who she is because she's popped up as somebody I may know. I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm interested in becoming a flag girl, and I want to do the go to the light." And she got real close to me like this and said, "So I'm so sorry, but we follow the BMI." Oh God. And I look back at my mama like, what's she trying to say?
Right.
Thank goodness I knew what the BMI was. So I was about to say, what's she calling me? But she was like, yeah, we follow the BMI.
So and you have the BMI that they follow. Like you have to be a certain.
You can't have no jiggle. You can't have you can't have no tummy. And back then I had like 0 tummy, but I was still plus size. Like no back rolls, no dimples, no stretch marks from visibility, if you got the very, very visible ones. But she was just like, we know what we want our girls to look like.
Oh, wow. Girl, you had a lawsuit and didn't even know it.
I was like, well, maybe they don't like. Maybe they.
That's discrimination.
I said,
it probably still stands because they still don't have no big girls on that joint.
Not one.
I ain't seen a big girl yet.
Not one.
They better get with the movement.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So look, I'm about to liven us up a bit because, like I said, we waiting on Justin in his booth. Are y'all seeing me? I think I'm. Can y'all see me?
No, you're frozen.
Oh, Lord.
Oh no, you're not. You're good. You're good. I see you now.
Okay. Yeah, tell me if y'all can hear. Tell me if y'all can hear this.
Hear what?
Y'all can hear?
Hear what?
Hear none.
Dang, I really was about to pipe us up. I was about to have this music flowing in here. I was really about to have us partying. Okay,
hold it up to the mic. Maybe that'll work. I don't know.
I'm gonna do something for you guys because, like I said, we waiting on the couple to get in here. But there was a question that I did send to Johnny's because she put together the episodes for the live, and I'm gonna run this question through you guys so you can see what you think. And it's about gaining weight. So one of the questions that we did have for Gabby is being a plus size woman, being on Maurice, I can't answer that question because people be judging me. But hey, Uncle Cat,
I the wrong this question.
What you drinking, Erica?
Strawberry lemonade.
With what?
Nothing.
Okay.
With strawberries.
Exactly. Boom, bow, pink. Okay. So there's this picture of this young lady. She's wearing the same pajamas. It's just she's bigger in one of them. But it says, "Hey, y'all. When me and my girlfriend first got together, she was in shape and attractive as hell. First flag on the play. After the second baby, she gained over 50 pounds. I work 12 to 16 hours a day while she is at home. She is an at-home mom. Our kids are now 3 and 1. I bought a workout bike, weights, and a treadmill this past year. She doesn't use it. I've given her hints and even asked her to work out with me, but she is always tired. I was going to propose to her, but I'm turned off now. I work all day and I'm still in shape. She has no excuse for this. I'm at a point where if she doesn't lose weight, I have to go. Any advice will help. The picture I use is an example. I didn't want to embarrass her."
He don't want my advice. Honey, when Erica sent me that, I was like, what in the world? First of all, y'all, the youngest child is 1 year old. She just had that baby a year ago.
So how does your body, because everybody's body is different, I had my baby
2 years ago, and I still don't feel the same. Like, I still don't feel like I'm back to my old self. Like, I don't. And I don't know, it's because I'm older in age now. But with my first child, I feel like I just whipped it back. I was good to go. Like, it just fell back in place. But with my second daughter, I don't know. And the fact that he's saying she's tired, yeah, she's tired.
Because she's taking care of her babies.
Kids all day.
And he's probably at work laughing and giggling on the line.
I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, yeah, he's a good guy for going to work every day. And I know that's a lot, but it's also a lot staying at home with the children. Like, I think people really don't understand how hard that is. Like, when I was at home with my son, I was ready to go back to work. I was ready to go. Like, put me back to work any day.
Yeah, because I think it's really jacked up because every woman is different. I don't know nothing because my child is a fur baby. So I don't know how your body, okay, my Uncle Fat said he didn't love her anyway. The kids are number one.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say he need to give her more time. Like, I guess it's only been 1 year since she had the last baby. Give her some time. It's like you said, it's all about the kids. Like, even I told my girls here this year, it's all about me. I'm trying to get myself together, think about my health. And even with that, something might happen. And I'm like, oh, let me put the kid. They always come first. Right. So I think that he needs to be a little bit more understanding. And yes, he may have done all those things, but did he ask her what she needed from him?
Okay.
It might not even be a exercising bike. It may be, can you watch the kids and let me go to the gym and work out so I can have some me time and work out at the same time? But you look like you trapping me in this house because you brought me workout equipment and all this stuff, and I want to, go out. Well, so I think he should have asked her what she needed from him.
He definitely should have. I see it twofold. First of all, if she's at home all day, then I can see where he thought that getting the workout equipment for the home would be convenient for her since she's home all day. I get that part. I think it's twofold. I think one is that you have to be understandable. Well, she just had 2 kids, like 3 and 1. That means she ain't had no time to herself in between them kids. So that's a big commitment in itself. But 2, it sounds like she's not talking to him because in his mind, he's like, okay, well, if I do this and I do this and I do that, then she's fine or whatever. It sounds like the communication is not there because if he's willing to do all of that, then maybe she should talk to him and say what she really wants instead of having him get all this equipment that she know
Right.
she ain't gonna use.
Listen, I learned very early that my weight is not going to be it's not gonna be an easy pass for me. So if my future husband, if he's gonna have to, if he knows me, he's gonna have to know that way to talk to me about my weight. But let me tell you something. He better not gain an ounce of weight. So if I see that he growing his hair a different way, if he not manscaping like he used to,
Here you go with this manscaping.
if he is not doing his duties, and me, because like Maurice just said in the comments, being understanding,
Right.
I'm gonna be like this. Let me tell you something.
And here's my question.
Let's
Like,
go there.
and this is why I hate these scenarios, because they don't give you a full picture. Like,
Right.
I would be curious to know what she was doing before she had kids. Like, I'm assuming, obviously she was smaller before she had kids, but was she like a workout warrior before she had kids? Like, why are you it doesn't seem like she was. Why are you expecting somebody who wasn't already working out to work out after they have kids just to please you?
Right.
Like, you
That's
got to talk
true.
to that person and ask them what they want. And
Mhm.
if y'all are not on the same page, that sucks. But you can't be like, oh, you need to lose weight. I know you just had 2 kids, but I don't like it.
And I know you're tired, but you still need to ride on this bike I brought you.
Right. And then it doesn't sound like he knows what it's like to really raise them kids, because he's like, oh, well, I work all the time. And so if I can work and work out, that's different when you get to leave the house and you don't have to be with them kids all day.
Right.
And you're not being everything to them kids all day long. And then you come home and do whatever you want to do, because after work, you done went to the gym. That's totally different.
You know what she
Don't
need to
even
do,
make
y'all?
sense.
She
How
need
many
to leave the
fathers
kids with
and
him for
mothers
like a
do
week
I
have
was
at a
just
time?
about
time.
to say that
She
I
need
would
to
have left them
leave.
kids right
Yes.
with him and been like, well, you know what? Thanks for this this equipment in the house, but you can use this. I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna see you later.
Right.
And I
I'll
wouldn't
see
come
you back
home for
on
like 4 or
Sunday.
5 hours.
I'll be like, I'm
No,
going to
she
the
need to.
hotel and get
I'm
me
like
a
more
tea
like
baby.
2 days. She need to leave him like 2 days with the kids and see how he feel.
Listen, like I said,
Kevin,
agree.
you quiet.
I know.
I don't
Kevin,
think she loved
what
her. I
you
don't
gotta
think he
say?
loved her
Kevin
anyway.
don't agree.
It's
I
a
can
couple
tell
of
by his
things.
face.
It's a couple of things we waiting on Justin, because there was a few things that we were talking about on the episode, and we said we would hash it out during the live. So I'm waiting on Justin to come be your backup, because it's like double dutching here. You jump in, you jump out, you jump in with your friend and help them out, jump out. So
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
waiting.
These days,
I just didn't have
work
an
does
opinion
not
on it.
raise kids. You got to
You
take
do
care
or
of these
you
kids.
don't?
These kids.
I don't have an opinion on it. I
Oh,
don't.
Oh,
okay.
I got you. I got you something you can have an opinion on. So,
okay.
Sweetie, is that the rapper's name? Sweetie.
Mhm.
She's
She had
adorable.
Sweetie.
Did you see
Mhm.
her little Beyonce remake, this Destiny Child
the
remake
Destiny
video? That was
Child. I
cute.
did.
I like all her little videos. Her
I
videos
think
always cute.
I think she's cute. Like,
Yeah, she's
I
adorable.
almost tried not to like her at first, but I think she's okay.
Why did you
She
try?
reminds me of the little girls from elementary school.
Oh my god. Okay.
I don't know who I'm talking about.
Anyway,
they look like that.
What was the scenario?
You know what I'm talking about.
You about to go down a rabbit hole.
Especially girls here in Prince George's County. I was like, this. She reminds me of somebody. It's
my god.
girl. And I was
Somebody
like,
she didn't like, obviously.
But once I got to know her, Justin said they are having some technical difficulties. Okay, Justin.
It's probably port scan attack.
Kevin usually has issues with this app.
Oh, I did today too.
But y'all know the rapper Saweetie. That's her name.
Mhm.
Is she a rapper? I thought she
Yeah,
was
she's a rapper.
She a rapper. She
Yeah,
went
she's a
Quavo from Migos.
She don't sing?
No,
Oh,
she
No.
raps.
she raps.
Oh.
And I said, "Oh, okay, she's cute."
Yeah, she's
You know,
adorable.
I can. But so let me play y'all what she said on Instagram
About them Birkin bags.
about no Birkin bags. And see,
I got her. I know who she is. This person.
y'all. So y'all know who Sweetie is. So let us know.
Stop saying her name like that just because she spelled it crazy.
Sweetie, because it's spelled like that. Try to say it.
Sweetie, I'm not doing all that. Yeah, that's her.
Tap in. Diamonds dancing on your neck, better tap in.
I don't remember the chorus, so I don't remember the rap part.
Yeah, after that is
Baby, tap in.
Look, Johnny said she about to throw them braids, some twists left and right.
I
I'm
like
gonna
your
say that
hair,
for next
Johnny.
weekend.
Yes, Johnny's looks good. You could do a
Yeah.
top knot, all that.
Okay, I guess
I
I have
like
to
that.
go. Thank you, Kevin. I'm not really feeling it right now, but I think it'll grow
It's
on
really
me.
pretty. It's just you
Thank
got to
you.
get used to. You
It
got to get used
will.
to the color and everything. You just got to get used to it. But once you put the beat down and you put all your
Look.
different lipsticks, you gonna like it a lot.
Nicholas told me, he said, "Mommy, I like it, but I don't know. It might be that color."
It's the you got to get used. You got to get used to that T27. That's all I gotta say.
That's
My
my son
Uncle
Nicholas
Fats.
said
Before
that.
we move on, Uncle Fats, you might want to hear this, but he said, "Well, let her make her mind up. Don't hound her about her weight. It will turn her off." You right, Uncle Fats? I mean, I feel like it would be like I said. I had a boyfriend freshman year of college who commented about
We're
my
not
weight,
going.
and all I'm gonna say is that let me know that usually on a daily basis I'm good, but when you my man and you say something like that, I rebel hard. I mean, hard. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, what did Sweetie say about those
Here we
birthdays?
go. She said, so bear with me. This is what Sweetie said.
If he not giving you a burger, if he not paying for your bills, then go ahead to the streets, okay?
Okay, so y'all probably can't hear it good because
Not really.
it was bad.
Nah.
But she said, if he not buying you a Birkin, if he's not paying your bills, throw that man back to the streets.
Okay, throw me back to the street.
That sounds like a biblical verse to me.
No, that is crazy.
Wait a minute, Janice, we can't hear you.
Doesn't she date somebody in the industry?
Yeah, Quavo.
Yeah,
Hey,
okay.
Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia. Look, if this, okay, I'm gonna repeat what she said. She said,
Sounds
if a
like a
man's
Bible
not
verse
paying
to
my
me.
bills or buying
Amen.
me a Birkin bag, throw him back to the
Hallelujah.
street. But in reality,
Amen.
how many dudes are we really about to meet out here that's paying our bills off the grip?
Okay, so how would she feel if he said, if you ain't doing XYZ, if you ain't cooking and cleaning, if you ain't,
But she ain't doing none of that either, so she
right.
wouldn't care.
How y'all know she might
throw
be
her
making
back
pork
in the
chops,
street.
candy, and macaroni and cheese in the kitchen?
Okay.
Cause she ain't.
It didn't bother me. I don't care because that's not my life.
Okay, so
I don't care about no Birkin bag.
Well, exactly. But would you prefer a man who were to do those things? I was offended because I'm like, the reality of the situation is, what man is about to buy you a $50,000 purse, Erica?
Well, maybe she meant, like, you gotta think on her,
I think
on
she
her
meant
status,
it,
on her
yeah.
level.
What I think she meant
'Cause she
was,
about to
I
have a
think
whole bunch of
she,
dudes hurting out here.
even though I know this is not what she said, and her audience will take it literally, I think she was basically saying, if your man can't take care of you, you need to put him in the streets. I think that's what she was saying.
Like, if he can't buy you that Michael Kors bag, honey, then
Right. Like, I think she was like, he can't buy you that Coach,
he can't buy you a speed bag.
We gotta bring it down to our level, okay? Like, if he can't,
I think I'm worth a Louis.
Well, my
right?
thing
If he can't buy
is-
you that
my thing
Louis
is,
Vuitton, honey,
if he can't buy you, if he can't buy
How
you
much
that
did you
Dooney
say
and
the
Burke,
Birkin was? How much did you say the Birkin was?
$50,000.
I can get her a bag that's $50,000. Now that doesn't mean that I have to buy it for her, but you know I can get that joint from work.
but you know what?
I can acquire that bag for her.
But
And
you
then
know
when
what
it's
I
time
thought
to take it
about?
back, don't take that
So
tag
in
off.
the comments, let us know if you're a woman, if you don't mind saying, let us know if you agree that you should be with a man who's able to take care of you. Now, I think there's different levels to that, but I just was like, dang, when she said it, she's impressionable, right?
I think
So
you
it's
should.
how you say
Young, she's a baby. What is she like?
Right.
2.5?
But I
No.
think you should be with a man that should be able to take care of you.
Cynthia said, buy me a
Because
house,
what if
child.
something
Yes,
happens?
Cynthia. Amen. Buy me
What
a
if
house. I don't want
something
no Birkin.
happens to you where you can't go to work? I just saw this perfect video yesterday. What was his name? He's an inspirational speaker. He only had he has a GED. He speaks to like the celebrities.
Not Megan Good's husband, right?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure.
Oh, I can't even think of his name right now. But basically, his wife got sick, and it was from her having stress at work. She and so the stress was causing her to be sick. And he said, "So what do I have to do so you don't stress?" She said, "You're gonna have to be able to take care of all of these bills or whatever, right?" he was like, well, how much we spend a month on bills or whatever. Then she said like $5,000. And then he did the math. So in order for me to be able to take care of us, so you don't ever have to go back to work, this how much money I have to make. And it was like some millions. He said he was on every stage. He said he was grinding. He was doing everything because for him, his wife's health was more important. So in that instance, and this might not be how she said it, but maybe that's what she meant. Like, you do have to have somebody. And I think it should be vice versa too. Like, if something happened to your significant other as a woman, you should be able to hold it down as well. Like, I think that just, you never know what can happen.
You're right.
So you both need to be grinding every day for your family, just in case.
Can I get a few more like, what was it that she could not work? Oh, okay, because I'm hearing I'm too stressed to do this job. Well, you need to get another job.
But she started having like serious, like she had brain, like some type of tumors on her brain that was caused.
It was something medical. Okay,
yeah, it was medical. Yeah, she started having medical.
I've heard that my job is stressing me out. I hear you. That means you need to find another job.
She legit had to go see a doctor, and they had to.
Here's my thing. I don't understand why her comment was such a big deal.
Sweetie.
Yeah,
I don't understand why Sweetie's comment was such a big deal.
It was a huge deal. I think it's a big deal because from what my perception would be, because when I heard her, but then it's like, girl, I feel like she could have said something different to be relatable to her fan.
Yeah, why did she say that? Like, where did it come from?
It's just she just decided to say that, and then behind her was Quavo, and he was like this, like, well, that's the truth, but he's rich. You're the possibility of you meeting someone rich.
I think because first of all, it wasn't just her. Like, the Birkin conversation has been jumping off real hot and heavy lately. And I wonder how many people are getting sponsored by them and getting these bags for free, because Birkin is getting a lot of free advertising.
$50,000 bag, I ain't gonna pay for it though.
And if we're paying $50,000 for a bag, what are we doing?
And I don't,
right. What are we doing?
I'm not putting Birkin in my lips.
If you the guy is Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas, y'all know him, right?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm bringing Justin and Gab in here.
Y'all don't know him.
The couple of the night.
What up?
Listen, yes, Gabby. Center that camera so we can see you, boo. Okay, Justin, y'all wearing all black tonight. What is going on with y'all?
The background black.
The background black. Y'all wearing black.
We just be chill.
Justin Black.
Nothing wrong with black.
We can see you. We can see you. Listen, so we were talking about. Well, first of all, how are you all doing?
Good. How you doing?
Has there been any? And first of all, we've hit well over 2,000 downloads. This was the episode that pushed us over the edge. So congratulations to the Black Bougie Brides featuring Cam. And thank you all. We are over 2,000 downloads. So we're gonna have to do something cute about that. Hey, Sydney. Hey, boo.
Hey, Bree. How you doing, Bree?
Yes, Bree is in the comment. And once I do this, I'm gonna read Cynthia's comment. But listen. We'll tap back and ask you all if you've had any feedback about the episode. But as of right now, we're talking about Sweetie and Quavo from Migos. She was saying, if you ain't buying me a Birkin bag from Migos?
Migos. I know
the way you said it.
She said Migos?
Yeah. Migos. She said, if you ain't buying me a Birkin bag, if you're not paying my bills, then throw him back to the streets.
I have no problem with what she said.
Gets tossed back to the street.
So, Justin, are you buying Birkin bags?
Look, do you know how much a Birkin bag costs?
Yes, you're not buying Birkin bags. You gotta go.
Right. But when you buy a purse, though, Justin,
but when you buy a Michael Kors or a Coach or even a Louis Vuitton,
would you buy a Dooney and Burke?
A Dooney and Burke.
Man,
Look at Justin. Look, y'all need a light. We need a light on Justin because we need to see every little
Justin,
of his face.
Are we gonna have to throw you back to the streets? You ain't
Look,
buying a
because
purse?
Justin be making faces, man. He makes
nah, it ain't even that. But my thing is, I mean, I'm just not about that materialistic shit like that, to be quite honest. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he can't buy you a Birkin bag and give them back to the streets, I mean,
you gotta go back to the streets.
You going in them streets.
If we dealing with black folks here, then we pretty much already know. As a group,
Justin, what
are you trying to say that
about
black people we cannot afford a Birkin?
That's not the priority.
You are supposed to be. That's not
the priority.
What you say, Gabby? Gabby, what you
But
say?
if you can afford it, what's wrong with it?
And there's so much more than you can bring to a relationship.
Gabby looking at you like,
Gabby said she wants a Birkin.
Gabby said, pass the mic.
I told him when I saw the receipt of Offset buying Cardi Birkin bags, I was like, don't you ever do that. For me.
There's
so many other things that I'd rather spend that money on than I can flip it. And if I want to buy a Birkin,
now wait a minute. Now you can flip some Birkins too. Now
I mean,
but it flip the money for the Birkin.
Man, ain't nobody.
But y'all gotta think though, on their level, them buying a Birkin is like somebody on our level buying us a gift for our birthday, or I mean, whatever it could be. That's only a couple $100 or $1,000 to them. That's like $1,000 probably.
Here's my thing. I feel like this comment got more hype than the fact that Drake has a whole room with Birkins in it for his future wife or whatever.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, he got a whole room full of Birkins.
That's just so Alexis,
let me look it up together
and put it up
and throw yourself in Drake so that you can get those Birkin bags, so you can give all of us one, and then we can put it on. What we need to do? Put it where we're gonna put the Birkin.
So what is the allure to the Birkin though? Because
it's a status symbol. That's
because I happen to know. I happen to have a little expertise. I know how much it costs to make these things.
It don't cost as much to make them
as
it.
Not cost, but I think everything is handmade.
Yeah, they're supposed to be handmade.
Still, you think it's $50,000 handmade?
No, not at all. But let me go back. So Cynthia said, "Okay, go ahead."
I was gonna say, do you not think that's creepy that Drake is out there buying purses randomly?
My point
for a
is,
future woman.
I don't.
My point. My point is, why is it okay for this creepy man to have a room full of purses, but it's not okay for Sweetie to say if he don't buy you a Birkin, he for the street?
Wait a minute, what's creepy about it?
That is creepy.
Because why are you buying me purses that I did not ask for?
Right.
You do not know me. You are buying.
I like that person. Did you really want to put yourself?
Okay, Erica. Context.
Kevin, you're buying purses for someone that is a figment of your imagination.
Did he say that he was buying this for his future woman?
Yes.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Because I buy shit for other people all the time, and I don't know who it's gonna go to. I just buy.
Yeah, Kevin, but it's not a person.
But you know it's gonna be a friend,
right? That you're going to give this to. This is a person that he hasn't met yet.
Well, maybe he manifested. Maybe he manifested her.
It's not the same thing.
It's not the same, Kevin.
So Kevin tried it. Okay, Justin, I'm gonna just let you know he gonna have your back. You probably gonna have his, but he gonna be doing what we call a reach. Okay, but Cynthia said,
"Okay."
She just called you a reach, Kevin.
That's what you gonna do.
Kevin be like this.
That's what you called me?
I was not expecting that. I'm
sorry.
Kevin about to come at me all night.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. What did you call me?
I said you are.
She called you a reach.
No, I didn't call him a reach. I said he's going to reach.
Yeah. But what did you call me?
I did not call you nothing, Kevin. I said you are trying to reach.
Okay.
Not
I'm
saying
hear what you got to say.
Oh my gosh, Kevin. Whatever. Because Kevin on the episode said, "I think, Erica, you are reaching." I said,
Oh, so she been saving that one, huh?
That's who you are for Halloween,
right?
That's who you are for Halloween. A little Benji. You're a little Benji.
You're not going to use my words against me.
Benji.
So Cynthia said, a responsible man will want to be able to take his spouse. Wait. Okay, I don't know. Wait a minute. A responsible man want to be able to. I think she's saying will want to take care of his spouse, as a spouse should want to help build her husband. Okay, number 34 years married.
Okay, let
All
him
right,
know.
Cynthia, go ahead.
Then here go my Uncle Fats. Ain't nobody doing that anymore. Oh no, it's more important things than buying material things. It works both ways. Let's work together.
Yes,
And then he said, "Don't put him on the spot." I think he was talking about Justin.
So let me ask y'all this then. If he's going out and buying Birkin bags and all of that, then what are the women doing?
Receiving the Birkin bag.
He's probably sticking it in places she was not wanting to be stuck in.
I think when you get gifts for somebody that you really care about, you don't give in hopes to receive. Like you give because
you want to give.
You really enjoy giving to that person. So obviously, like I know when I receive things that, I must be doing something right that you want to go buy me this gift. So it's not in response to the gifts, it's because I'm doing all the other things to receive this gift, if that makes sense.
But my problem with her statement.
You didn't answer the question though.
My problem with Sweetie's
Hold
statement.
on. This is how I look at it. It's almost like a status symbol. Like these dudes are like, I buy her Birkin. It's like the new chains out here. Instead of buying chains, they buy on Birkins to say, I got money. Look at me. Look at my girl flaunt her Birkin because I got money to do that. It's very weird to me. But go ahead. I mean, if someone wants to buy me a Birkin, I'll take it. I won't carry it, but I'll take it.
Kevin is probably about to go the way that Justin wants us to answer the question.
No.
Okay.
My thing is my problem is it's the expectation that men should do that for you. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Wait, which women? Are we talking about her people?
I'm talking about her making the statement that if your man is not buying you a Birkin, then throw him to the street. Well, why do you have an expectation that that's what he should be doing? Because I give people things all the time, and I do it for the people who don't expect it.
Right.
But Kevin, you never gave us no Birkin, so you got to go to the streets.
Because
well, look now. Like I might not get you no Birkin, but I can get you a $50,000 bag.
Okay,
if
Kevin,
it's not a Birkin, I don't want it.
Look, we don't have time for the FBI coming to look for us. But Justin, what you were saying, are you saying that a woman needs to, in order for her to receive these types of kickbacks?
Damn, they got to be a kickback?
I mean,
that sounds like a business transaction.
Because, it is valid because my Uncle Fats, or was it? No, it's more recent. What are rich women giving me? Oh no, that's a whole nother question.
Boy, Oprah gives Stedman everything. You ain't know that? Oprah gives Stedman everything.
Rich women are not giving them nothing.
Stedman licking the pinky toe. We don't know. Like we have no idea what amazing.
Stedman got his own house.
Earn your gifts.
Exactly, Maureen.
You gotta earn a gift like I'm a little child.
I just have a problem with you having the expectation that is what I'm supposed to do for you. That's my only thing. Like him being able to do it and doing it is fine, but for you to walk around and make a statement that if you're not doing this, then throw them to the streets. That's a little disrespectful because that's gonna make me not want to do it then, even if I can.
I mean, but she's young. She's
honest, so like if you were in a relationship and that significant person never buy you anything. Is that okay?
Let me tell you something. I'm not a gift person. But I cannot relate to a lot of what's going on. I'm just over here like.
So what if you never received anything from that person?
No, okay.
Would you not feel some type of way?
I would definitely.
I'm just saying she's being honest. Like she's like, okay, if he's not gonna buy me anything, then.
But it's okay. Let's break this down. And Gabby, jump in, girl, because it's you over there. Like I don't want no parts of this crazy. But listen,
because it ain't even that deep.
But let's be honest.
Are young babies
outside of Johnny's? Because she's probably gonna say yes to this. But who has had their bills paid by these dudes? I've never had a dude say, "Let me pay your bills."
But that's not my bills; it's our bills. That's the difference.
have never. So I'm just even with the younger
No,
generation.
that's
Nobody's
not
even had the
true.
offer. Nobody's has you
That's
ever had
not
somebody offer
true.
to pay your bills?
That's not true.
What's not true?
When we went to some little raggedy hole in the wall club during Halloween one year, she dressed up as Delicious, and there were several, and I mean several men that were ready to pay her bill.
Wait a
Can
minute.
you pay my bills? Can you pay my medical
But
bills?
once they found out there was a pillow in the back of my pants, they didn't know what to do. Okay.
You put a pillow on the back of your pants, Erica. Stop.
Yes, she had a big old couch pillow in the back of her bed.
A delicious booty, and them men was promising me the moon and back.
They were
And
like,
I was
"Yo,
like,
I will
now
pay
I know
all your
how
bills."
girls feel who had these rotundous booties. I mean, I walked in, it got quiet. It was just, I mean, I would never want to have. I mean, a enormous, because I had a whole pillow in there, a whole pillow.
Was this a movie we were in college?
Yes.
This
Even
is like
my
freshman
cousin
or
was
sophomore.
like,
This is like sophomore year.
he was like, what the hell are you doing? Because we in the club, my cousin all of a sudden is security. I mean, it was crazy.
They really thought you were delicious, honey.
They
They saw that pillow back then. It was like, all right,
do what you want. So it just let me know women who have these enormous rotundous booties can just do whatever they want, okay? Because they offered me the moon and back. But I have never been offered the opportunity to pass my bill, and I wouldn't want to do that anyway because I've never been close to marriage. Well, I don't know. I've never been close to marriage, and I just don't feel I don't want to have to owe anybody. Well, maybe it's because I haven't had the experience of somebody wanting to pay my bills. I don't know.
I don't think it should be an old thing. I don't think it should be a requirement. I don't think you should have to earn a gift. I think that it should be gift. It should be given because you want to give it.
Yeah, organic.
And that should be.
And there's no expectation for anything after that.
Yeah, I think it's too much behind it.
Wait a minute. Chantel said she had money left on her kitchen counter. But Chantel, is this after a night of long love, or he just wanted to just give you something? And Cynthia, you wrote a big paragraph.
After long love, you usually leave it on the nightstand, not on the kitchen counter.
I don't understand.
All right, and have a good night, everyone. I'm
Cynthia said this is a responsible wife when she understands where they are financially. I tell my husband I like something, and the next thing I know, I have it.
Bam. Period.
Oh, so now I tell him that's nice, but our goal is this. Now, if we really want it, we plan for it.
That is a great comment.
If I had the rich and famous money, I am all in. Okay.
No, keep the comments coming.
Gabby,
I'm not all in. Girl. I ain't crazy. Like, I know
Gabby,
how much it costs to make the bag. I'm not finna pay that.
So let's back up.
Even if you had it.
Gabby,
even if you had it,
I will acquire, just like today. I can get the bag. I ain't gonna pay for it.
Y'all, stop Kevin from saying that. I don't have time for the FBI coming to see us.
I'm not saying I'm stealing it. Like,
but you saying it without saying it.
No, it's nothing like that. I just have ways. I know how to get it.
All right, Gabby. What's your take?
I know, Gabby. Please save us from ourselves, my Lord.
I mean, I always be quiet because I feel like I'm always the odd female out that's like, I'm the male side of it.
You are Patrice. Right. You are the Patrice of tonight. Thank you. Yes.
But
hey, Ebony.
I mean, I've had a bill paid for, but I feel as though I don't know. I'm not impressed by materialistic things. A Birkin, okay, that's great, but again, I feel like there's so many other things I can do with that money, regardless if we have it like that or not. I just can't imagine going to this Birkin store and just buying hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of Birkins. Yeah. Especially if I could have any purse. Just because it's a Birkin and society says, oh, yes, you have this bag.
Yes.
You know, you're up here. I don't care about being up here. Y'all could be up there by yourself for all I care. I want what I like and I want what I want.
Let me tell you,
align with everybody else.
Justin just looked at you like, that's my baby. He went like this.
Let me ask y'all this: the ones who agree with Sweetie, or just have ever had a bill?
None of us do.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I don't agree
I'm
with
like,
her.
He said, come on, bring the money. But
No.
I do agree that maybe I feel like we may maybe because our little age group with us being still single in our 30s experiencing certain things depending on it just I think it depends on the dynamics. It's kind of hard to find that let
If
me throw
somebody
money at you type of guy.
I
if
don't want you to
somebody
throw
is
money at
throwing
me
money at
because
you,
then that
doesn't
means
that
it's something else you're not giving me.
that's what I was about to say. Doesn't it mean that there's something if somebody's throwing money at you, doesn't that scream
I don't
That's
there's
a
a
believe,
red flag
problem?
for
I don't
me.
believe that because when I was in that situation, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. But I mean, I do feel like, in some situations it is, but I don't feel like in every situation is like that. Nah. I mean, because you've got generally good dudes out here that just want to take care of you. But I mean, a lot of women, I feel like, I don't know if maybe you articulated this right, but it's not like giving a gift expecting something back. But at
They
the
just want to give the money to you.
what are you
Mhm.
bringing to the table?
Mm-hmm.
What are you bringing to the table? Because I can get you a gift all day, but it's like, okay,
Mhm.
when's the last time you got me a gift? And what kind of gifts are
Right.
you giving me versus the type of gifts I'm giving you?
Yeah. And
Mhm.
maybe not even a gift, but I mean, what are you doing to make me feel special?
Here it come. That's what I was waiting on.
That's
Yeah.
gonna make me want to go out and buy you something because I mean, relationships should be reciprocal. I mean, it's not all one person just going out buying $50,000 Birkin bags and the other person on the receiving end like, oh yeah, I'm glad you got this for me.
Because
And
it's the thought that counts. Like when you're watching somebody on a podcast, sorry to interrupt you, but it's
no, you
like
good.
if I'm
No, you're
out
good.
and say I'm buying myself perfume, and I'm like, I like this. I'm buying this for my man. I'm bringing this home because I like this, or I'm
Mhm.
gonna pick this up because I know that's his favorite scent. It's just the thought behind it.
Right.
This is the
Right. And I guess what I was saying, Justin, is if you're doing that, like if you feel like, let me go do that, then you're already getting what you need on your end. That's why you feel like, well, let me go buy my girl that bag or let me go do that because she is handling business or she is making me feel this way. So I want to show her that I appreciate what she's doing.
That may be the case. That may
Because
be
why would you just go buy somebody a $50,000 Birkin bag and they just any old Nancy Hansen
Because
and
you
you
can.
don't, and it's nothing there? Like that just doesn't make sense to me.
Because
That-
you can.
that may
sometimes people, because they just can.
that may
Off real quick, little flex.
and that may be the case for some, but how many people out there or women out there that's just like automatically expecting a dude just to spend money on them or do whatever for them just because they look good. Just because you look good doesn't necessarily mean that
Well,
I mean, there's a whole business built on it.
but I
There's
think
a
it's
whole
a lot. I
business
think
built
a
on
lot
it.
of them women. I think a lot of them women. Did y'all see the dude? What is his name? I researched him. Not the sidebars. It's this dude. He was the friend of George Floyd, the basketball player. He looked just like.
Yeah, he looks just like him. He has a podcast now. His last name is Jackson for some reason. I can't think of his
Steven.
last
Is
name
it
right.
Steven?
Yeah.
So
Jackson?
why you, Erica? Why you look him up? You want me to read the comments because we had a lot come in.
Sure. Yes, Steven Jackson.
He has a great podcast. All the Smoke.
Crazy. Okay, go ahead, Chinese.
Okay, Ebony said, I don't think it's hard. I have met and dated men who I feel like would give me things I wanted. At the time, I don't think I really looked at the situation how women do now. I do like Sweetie. It's Sweetie, right? Or whatever her name is, Theory. So she's saying she like her theory or whatever. And then Maurice said, how about I don't buy the bag and put it worth in on the bed? Put its worth on.
I just feel like whatever he said is ratchet. Okay.
And then Ebony said there are men who have the resources that can do that. I don't think it's often. And Maurice said earn is a bad word, but what is a woman doing that I need to splurge on her? I agree with that, Jay. All right, Chantel, then if they buy a bag just because and they get played, that's their fault.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then somebody says Steven Jackson.
Yeah, he said she was giving us the name. If you can afford it and you want it, buy it. If you with a man that can afford it, I don't have a problem with her message. I would rather her say that
exactly,
which is giving young women empowerment versus what it could really be.
I think it was her delivery more than anything.
I think she was just giving us unrealistic standards because you're gonna have a whole bunch of these young black women dropping these really good men because they haven't bought them multiple Louis Vuittons, the luggage and all that.
Guess what? That they are doing that man a favor because she ain't about nothing. So
look at Maurice. Maurice said, I had to spend money to date my now wife. We call it top shelf. She was my boss at the time and knew how much I made,
top shelf,
which was way less than she made. But even though you made less than her,
so what do you mean top shelf? Like you
think about liquor?
Were you spending about above your means?
Oh my God!
Ooh, yeah,
is that what that means?
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
When you say top shelf, like are you saying that you were spending above your means? Because you're saying she knew how much you made, but. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone.
You know, we're gonna go on to the Steven Jackson story. So,
what was the Steven Jackson story?
And Maurice has some questions too. We're gonna ask them too. But Steven Jackson was a basketball player. I don't think he plays anymore. Correct?
He too old to be playing.
Oh, okay.
He's
so
retired.
basically, on YouTube, he had it was literally like a 45-minute video. But I couldn't. Once you start listening, you cannot stop. So. Basically, I guess the early housewives the early basketball wives days, he was dating this. Well, the mother of his children is this lady who was on like the very first episode of Basketball Wives. But basically, he was saying while they were dating, he couldn't help but holler at her. He was driving in New York one day. She pulled up in the car next to him. He hollered at her, and then from there he followed her. She followed him from city to city while he was playing basketball. Many different franchises. And honey, yes, Imani, honey.
I remember Imani.
I didn't. I had to look her up.
I need to look up. I don't remember.
So basically, she's had his children, or at the time, it was just one and maybe one on the way. And once he proposed, he was like, I need you to sign, Lordy, why am I trying to say the non-disclosure agreement?
A prenup?
Prenup, yes. I don't know why I was thinking that. He was like, I want you to sign this prenup.
Oh, yeah, I remember her. I looked her up. Sorry.
And then he kept asking as the wedding got closer, what about this prenup? What about this prenup? And so it gets to the wedding day. Well, before then, he had a nanny, which was an older woman. He was like, get her to sign a prenup. And she never did. Well, they got to the day of the wedding. Oh, and he wanted his pastor that he grew up with to be the pastor to officiate the wedding. She was like, no, I want this other pastor. This pastor she's never met. Her friend said, get him. So he was like, remember the pastor, remember the pastor. So the day of the wedding, he's like, why hasn't she signed the paperwork to the nanny? And the nanny was like, she really ain't focused on signing this. And so he says, wait a minute. So here comes the pastor that she wanted, not his childhood pastor. So this pastor was like, hey, don't ruin a good thing. If this is a woman for you, marry her. I don't believe in prenups. And he loses his mind. He's like, this why she wanted you. Because she don't want to sign this prenup. You agree that she shouldn't sign this prenup. And when I tell you all hell broke loose, him and his boys it was other basketball players. They was like, oh hell no, the wedding is off. It sounds like they still had the reception. Him and his boys, him and his basketball players, they turned up at the reception.
Right.
Don't want to waste that money. Hey.
Right.
And left her. And then she said, she told somebody, I want to talk to him. So they talked in a hotel room and she was crying and she was like, you know what, just give me the paper, I'll sign it. And he was like, when a woman decides to start crying and does what you said, when she does something she doesn't want to do, she'll go ahead and cry so that when it comes back later, she'll be like, I only did it because I was in distress. And he was just saying all kinds of stuff.
I mean, that makes sense. That's a great legal argument.
Then he said,
did this just happen?
It happened.
Was this on his podcast?
It came out 6 months ago. I'm gonna send it to you. It came out 6 months ago, and then on top of that, they went out that night. So him and his friends not only partied through the reception, Okay.
Afterwards.
They went out and he was like, some of her homegirls that she traveled to Houston with for the wedding, he had sex with them that night.
Okay.
With some of her friends?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I knew they wanted it.
Now that's just
She didn't want to stand
trifling.
there.
I was on his side.
Yeah.
I was on his side, but that's just trifling, right?
Is that the end of the story, or is there more?
That was it.
That should be
okay.
the end. That should be the end
So what's
of
the question?
all of it.
You know, I thought it was
I'm
going to
sorry.
be, and then the next day.
but basically it's he knew that he was like, the moves that she was making was because he had money. She was willing to do anything to be with him
But
because
two
he had
wrongs
money.
don't make a
So
right.
if he knew that, then why was he going to marry her?
Exactly.
Right.
Why marry somebody that doesn't have your best interest at heart?
I was lost at the fact they was trying to get the nanny
And then if
get
you
her to sign
right,
the
that
prenup.
too,
I was
and
lost
then
at that.
if you know that she hasn't signed a prenup, and it's like you have gotten
You
to the
shouldn't have
wedding,
gone- you
but
shouldn't have
it's so
left.
many questions. Like, why are you okay? So you knew she wasn't going to sign that thing. So why are
Right.
you still going
Why
through
you
with the
still
wedding?
marry her?
Mm.
But I think
And then you wasn't right. You wasn't living right either because you over there living it up with the friends,
everybody had his back until he said, "Guess what I did? I slept with her homegirls, her good Judies."
Well,
Her-
he probably just thought it was over with at the point anyway. So
He was
Even if it is over, you still don't sleep with the friends. I
Her-
don't
what you
care.
saying, Gabby? We can't hear you, girl. What you saying?
But what kind of friends are those? Those ain't friends.
They're not.
That's why I said friends.
They're not.
In his friends about it. I mean, but I bet you she didn't address her friends.
Oh,
Friend.
we
Was
would no
she on
longer be
Basketball
friends.
Wives before or after this happened?
She was okay. So when they showed a clip, I had to send you everything, y'all. This is on YouTube. I promise you. When they showed a clip of her on YouTube, he called her. And I think this was after her beginning stages of Basketball Wives, because he was on the phone with her about something, and I think she was dating what Ocho Cinco, because she put old girls all her stuff out of
She
that
was
house.
dating Oso Cinco?
Look, I had to send it, y'all. It's Messy Boots, and she looked like, she just looked like one of us good girls. Just you wouldn't think that she would be rachete.
Why not? On Basketball Wives.
Oh. We just went down that road, didn't we?
That should tell you everything you need to know.
Gabby, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Kinda, because I'm listening to what's going on out that door too.
Uh-oh, y'all okay over there?
Yeah, I think Chloe's having a moment.
Okay, it's all right. Listen. Okay, so there were comments that came from the episode, but one of the things that I said that we would address is men who are at the age of 30 and why we. Hey, Sandra. Oh, Ebony said she was a jerk on Basketball Wives. Lord have mercy. Well, one of the things we were talking about is men and their maturity at 30. And it was a huge issue on the episode where Kevin and Justin wanted to jump in. So to give you all context, if you haven't listened to episode 16, which we are very disappointed in you, we are highly disappointed in you. We got on this little tangent, and basically we were saying that gentlemen at the age of 30, if you're in your 20s and you're dating somebody who's turning 30, it's almost like a midlife crisis. But if that's the case, I feel like men go through two of them, because I heard something happens at 50 as well. But I can definitely attest to the 30. Kevin, how you feeling? Because you sitting over there, you either half sleep or you feeling away. You had a lot to say during the episode. I said I'll bring it back for you.
No, all I remember is that you said something about a guy saying, you said that you had encountered two guys who said that they felt like they were 25.
Correct. And it's not necessarily that their body feels 25. Like they feel like they can run around the block real fast. No.
Well, I mean, did they say that though? What did they say?
So when they
said, I feel like I'm 25.
When they said I feel like I'm 25, I knew what I was hearing the second time. It was, I'm not ready to get married. I'm not ready to be in a serious situation, even though they were in a serious situation. But it was, I'm still ready to be out here and be free and do and have. You know what I'm saying? It was basically letting me know that I needed to understand what was happening. Because it's exactly what they did right after they said that.
All I was saying is that maybe they didn't mean it that way. Maybe they meant just physically.
No, that's not what they meant. They went and turned into whores. They turned 30.
Well, maybe they turned into whores after that. But maybe them making that statement was just them saying that they felt like they are physically 25. Because I say that all the time.
But you're not.
And
like
I'm
I said what I said on the episode. Exactly. But see, I don't know. You might be. But we know you are not a whore, Kev.
So what you're saying is my mic on? Hello, can you hear me?
We hear you, Pink.
Okay. So what you're saying is like it's a switch that gets flicked at 30, like they're not this way before 30.
So let me ask you a question. When you were with you know who, when y'all started having issues, was there something at 30 that occurred? Did things start happening at a rapid pace?
I'm the wrong person to ask that question because he was different from your typical guy.
Well, okay. Well, I'm glad you said that because I really thought you were gonna just say something wild. But Gabby, you don't have no issues because your man is well over 30.
My question is like seriously. So, is it a thing where they're saying that 30 is the switch, like before 30?
So, and let us know.
Because what I would say to that is like, when we were younger, when somebody said they was 30, you would be like, damn, you old.
Right.
And I think it's a thing when you get to 30, you're like, wait, this is not
I'm still
old.
very much young.
But in a way, you also look back at, like 30 has a way of making you look back on everything that you've done so far in a way that you don't look at it in 21 and 25.
Correct. 21 is getting started.
Yeah, 21, you're like, ooh, I made it. 25, you're like, oh, I'm grown. And then 30, you're like, ooh, child, my back, my knee.
Yes.
So I think maybe it could be something where it's like they're reflecting and maybe it's a switch where it's like, all right, these are the things I haven't done. Let me go into my whole life. I guess that's what you call it. I don't know. Whatever whole season. I don't know what you call it.
Go ahead. Call it what you want. A whole life.
Maybe they're saying, let me live my life because I'm already 30. So let me just,
Go
show
ahead,
out.
Justin. Go ahead, Justin. I can see you bursting at the seams. Go ahead, Justin. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm just saying though, like dudes. I mean, 30 is at least for the guys that I know. 30 is not the point where dudes automatically like, oh man, I got to live out my whole life now. Like niggas,
I think they've been doing it
from their teenage years through the 20s, man. Like. When dudes reach 30, at least some of the guys that I know, they're more so, focused on, moving up in their careers, really trying to figure out, where they at in life. They are thinking about, having kids. They're thinking about, just moving on in the next steps. Like, I don't know, except for maybe one of my homeboys that, just refuses to kind of settle down, but
is he scared?
I think for him, he started receiving attention from women kind of later in life versus when we were in college. So, I think for him, just kind of being a late bloomer, he's just kind of like,
I got one of those too. I know exactly what that's about.
Yeah, but I mean, for the most part, I don't think a lot of dudes are out here just, wanting to live it up like that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see that.
What is this? What is the technical term? The lawyer term, Alexis? What should I say? I do not agree. What am I saying?
Dissent.
Whatever you want to say.
That was just your interpretation of the statement. That didn't necessarily mean that.
Let me tell you something. The whole Olympics happened right after they said, "I feel 25."
Well, maybe it just happened. Maybe it just happened.
It was everything you could imagine.
You don't have to attribute it to that statement, though. Maybe
when
it just
comes
happened.
To things like that, men rarely just flip a switch. That sounds like something that was already happening, and that was the excuse that they attributed to it.
I promise you, it happened 2 times, bake to bake. And I was like, yo, and to me, I'm not going to try to put no pressure on you to be a better, or excuse me, I'm not going to put any pressure on you to do certain things. But at 30, I feel like I was prepared to talk about marriage and things like that. But I wasn't shoving it down nobody's throat. But and Bree agreed, for it to happen twice, it was a hot mess. It was like, oh, yo, I'm turning 30. And it was just like Pandora's box open. It was just like, let me go hit everything. And I was like, what are you saying? I know with one of them in particular, I was like, what does this mean? He was like, I just got a lot I need to do. That's what he said.
And maybe he was a late bloomer too. Like some people, they could be like so focused on everything else that finally when they turn 30, like, okay, everything is in place. And I could see myself being like serious, but I didn't have that chance to do what I wanted to do. So let me do all this, get this out of my system, and then move forward. Maybe that's what it is.
I guess so.
So Erica, my question to you is
hi.
Hi. I mean, so what does this guy do for a living?
Okay. Okay. Oh, it's two different things. It's two, and this is good. One was an engineer, and one was security, high level security. I'm gonna just say that because I don't even know if you're watching.
Okay, so I can't remember the engineer one, but the high level security, it was more going on there anyway. No, we can't even
who the engineer was.
Girl, it's late at night. I can't think of it.
He was at homecoming, and I said I spotted him, and he was with his wife, and he thought I was waving at him. I was actually waving at his line brother at Grits and Biscuits.
I had to sit on that one.
Actually thought I was waving at his dusty tail.
No. I'll think about it later. But that's high level security. It was other things happening there anyway, so we can't even use him as a test subject. Moving on.
You're not watching. Anyhow, so we have a few questions from the episode. Okay. Look, we're gonna wake Gabby up. Gabby is legit staring into the abyss of the night. I looked over and Gabby is like, this
conversation is crazy.
Right. And Gabby is like,
y'all done been everywhere since we done been.
This will keep you on your toes. So from our good friend Maurice. Wait a minute. Ebony said, I feel like men stop wanting to run the streets at like 39. Baby.
What?
That's old.
Baby.
Girl, it wasn't no SCC, girl. It was
she put like 39, and she put plus behind it. So she put 39 plus.
But it ain't a lot though.
But who are y'all running into that it's making y'all
Gabby, you got a blessing. You good. But it's a lot of
Gabby, when you say y'all, I want you to know that I'm excluded from this conversation.
Okay, so I'm with Gabby on this one, and
I don't have this issue
because I just look around like my husband's immediate friends and what they do.
But they all married.
Oh, yeah, that's my point.
They all, except for one, and that right there lets me go to this question.
That's good one friend. Out of how many though, Erica?
But I encountered that one.
You always get the one, huh?
You're always gonna be
definitely encountered that
baby,
one.
We can't tell you about the one, baby, because we be on here all night and then we'll start laughing and we can't stop. It would just not be good for it.
Yeah, that one was something special.
Oh Jesus. Well,
I can't even entertain it, y'all.
You know when the old people say bless your heart.
I mean, amazing guy. I mean, amazing, but
bless his little heart. Just bless his little heart.
I said Johnny's, but anywho. Okay, let me go to your question, Marie. He said, if you could do one night / episodes for OnlyFans and get $1 million, would you do it? What would you say? Who would you do it with? My Lord.
What?
Maurice.
Say that one more time.
I'm lost.
He said if you could only do one night or episode, because I don't know either. Is it one night, one episode, multiple episodes?
Maybe he doesn't know how it works. He's probably just saying if you can do one video, I don't know.
For OnlyFans and get $1 million, who would you do it with?
So basically, if we could film a scene on OnlyFans for $1 million, who we do it with?
Look,
so weird.
I think that's for everybody else, not y'all, because y'all will automatically get the $1 million.
Because I'm like, what?
Who would you do it with for $1 million?
Who would you do for my $1 million?
Wait a minute, we have a problem. She asked a question. With a question, and to make it to trivialize it for Justin and Gabby, if it wasn't with one another, who would you choose?
That's easy.
That's a weird question.
Nobody. I'm not splitting the $1 million with nobody. I'm doing it myself.
Oh no, it's okay. I would just go ahead and choose somebody who is just beautiful, who I have a connection with.
Who that person be?
Who you talking about? Nico?
He's not talking about hypothetically.
You talking about Nico, the one that was sleeping with Mimi?
He's not talking about hypothetically.
Yes.
Who is single? This is hard, and this is for you all in the comments too.
More importantly, who you crushing on that you would do this with for $1 million?
You have to give them half of it. You got to think about that.
I don't want to give nobody half.
I would take them to Chick-fil-A to thank them for their services.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Come on, Justin and Gabby. Come on for me. Look, Gabby. Now, mind you, during the episode, Justin was giving all the looks. For the first time, Gabby has given Justin a look. He went.
Because if he's going to say somebody, I just want to know who he's going to say.
I mean, if we're going to say like, $1 million.
Gabby is
You need to pick somebody who don't need it. You can just pick it all. You can just pick it all, baby.
Personally, I would say Jill Scott.
That's a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I can. Yeah, I like that pick.
And Gabby.
Man, I don't know, because I don't even have like I don't have a crush right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's just in your everything. You can't even see nobody out here.
Choice, but like I've always said that Jill Scott is definitely a celebrity crush of mine. That's a female.
Oh, okay. You done switched the game up tonight. Y'all heard her in the comments. But Maurice gonna be like, what she say? What she say?
Maurice he gonna come back with no flaming hot question.
His question because he was asking Erica. He said he was asking you.
Oh no!
She said already, Nico.
I didn't say no, Nico. What are you talking about?
Yes, the shower rod with Mimi. That's what you said.
His name ain't Nico. Who is
it? Is I thought his name was Nico.
No, from
Stevie J.
Stevie J.
Stevie
J.
Emil is a meal at the end of the day, Maurice.
Stephen J. Stephen J. gonna want half of that $1 million because he got all that child support he got to pay.
You gonna do it with Stevie J?
I never said I would. That's you saying I would do that with Stevie J. That's what you said.
No, I said Nico. I thought that's what you said.
No, I never said.
Who you gonna do it with? Flav, Delicious.
Oh God.
But people will pay more than $1 million probably to see that.
Yeah. You gotta up the ante.
Right. First of all, I would not be given my flowers if I were to do anything such as that with.
You would probably make a lot of money from that, Erica.
You know.
They'll say Flavor of Life.
Listen, so Justin, one of the things that we talked about was when people were actually interested in this, how your friends or used to be friends have viewing parties to watch you all. You know, it's almost like we're missing a piece of that, like to understand. So your haters invest in
I mean,
your OnlyFans to
mean,
watch you to do what? What are they doing? Writing articles? What are they doing? I mean, we don't get it.
That's a great question.
I mean, that's a great question. I mean, that I don't have the answer to. I wish I did. I have no idea what they wanted to do with, you know, the content that they saw on our page. I mean, I personally think for them, you know, they came together to try to be, you know, funny. You know, I mean, this group of friends, you know, they kind of catty. You know, they like to gossip.
Is this your friends or Gabby friends?
No, they were my friends.
Okay.
And you know, and once you kind of realize that, it's like, you know what? Let me just slowly start to separate myself from them. And you know what I'm saying? You just kind of find out that the friendship isn't genuine. And like I say, I mean, you know, for them to do that, you know, again, it just says more about their character and who they are and some of the issues that I had with some of them. You know, doing shit like that just kind of further validates my point of why, you know what I'm saying, we're just not cool like that. So
okay. So that was definitely a big thing when we pushed out the promo relaying those friends or past friends who did that. People were like, huh? First of all, they were enamored with our faces because we were all like, huh?
Because
who does that? Like,
right.
I mean, we're all 30 plus. I mean, those people, they are all 30 plus. So it's like, y'all actually thought it was cool to be like, you know what? Man, what y'all doing on Tuesday? Man, I ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? It's pandemic time. We in the crib. Oh, dang. Well, y'all want to come over and we know Jay and Gabs, they got a OnlyFans. You know, we don't really fuck with them like that. But let's go ahead and see what they got going on. So you mean to tell me, because I mean, you already see from our profiles what we do. It's not like you actually had to go on OnlyFans.com, search our name, and then click to pay the subscription, you know what I'm saying, to actually view it. And if y'all did, y'all could have just passed around the password. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like y'all had to necessarily come together and, you know, have a elaborate event. But I mean, hey, I kind of, it's just kind of laughable, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, y'all are so concerned with what I'm doing that y'all would actually get together and have a watch party. So
that's the crazy part, like the whole watch party. Like if you just wanted to see, let me see what they're doing, you could have did it in your privacy and said, oh, okay, whatever. You don't have to tell everybody kiki about it. That's just wrong. Like that's just,
and these are your friends. These are people that you had a nice. Well, see, that makes you question friendship too, even though you may not necessarily agree with it. Has anybody tried to have a conversation with you guys? Like, okay,
no, and that was the thing, because they did it with the intent that I would never find out about it. And
it was somebody, but it was somebody there that told you about it, right? Isn't that what y'all said in the episode?
It was someone who was not there.
Oh, okay.
But they knew about it. Yeah.
But what kind of conversation can you have after something like that? Like, I have nothing for you. Like if I heard my friend did something like that, there's nothing you could say to me to make me want to listen to what you had to say.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no kind of coming back from that, you know. Even if you in the circle and you heard about it and you knew about it, and you know, I don't have no issue with you, but you still didn't bother to say anything, that already kind of lets me know whose side you on. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, no one in that group holds each other accountable for shit.
Yeah.
They don't hold each other accountable for shit. And then it's like, so you're gonna say, I haven't talked to you for 6 months, but I'm gonna get your OnlyFans. and hope you don't find out.
And hope you don't.
And then when you find out, I'm like, oh God, who told you?
Who told you?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. So y'all didn't tell us this. World premiere. Hold on, Gabby.
Breaking.
So breaking news. So we're gonna follow up on it in social media. So what you're trying to say is that your friends, you actually spoke to them to say, hey, we heard you all were watching for some ill intent. Like, how did that communication happen where you tried to confront them?
So I mean, we're this group of friends, we were all in a group chat, and sent them a text basically letting them know that I knew what they were doing.
Right.
And I pretty much just blocked everybody after that,
Good for you. Glad you confronted them. Some people would not have. I'm glad you did.
I would say thank you for the support.
Thank you though, because you pay the full.
Right. You pay for it. Thank you for the support.
Thank you for the support at the end.
Please come again.
Right.
I will take your money.
Well, that's crazy. Well, I'm sorry you all had to go through that. That's not nice. Especially if these have been friends of yours for some time, and maybe one day they'll have enough wisdom to see their ways and be able to come and talk to you, because it wasn't like you necessarily did anything to them.
Nothing, but just try, because I feel like this, whenever you're friends, I feel like you should be able to hold your friends accountable. You know what I'm saying? And you should be able to tell your friends whenever they're kind of fucking up, or maybe a different way to look at a situation. But if they don't choose to see it that way and whatever, that's kind of on them. But I'm just kind of really big on accountability. Like I would like for my friends to hold me accountable, and I just feel like that's part of being a true friend, not just going along just to get along, just because me and you get along, and being afraid to not say something because it's going to hurt your feelings or whatever. But I think that with that group, in particular, there's definitely issues with holding each other accountable as friends. So
Not one person. I'm thinking like, who's their sounding board? Because I know if I would have heard like my husband and his friends talking about something like that, I would look at them and like, isn't that your friend? Like, who's holding these people accountable? Like you said, like there's nobody to say.
But when you be messy, there is no accountability.
Right. That's just crazy.
You just be messy. It's okay.
That's
it happens.
crazy.
It just lets you know who to weed out your life.
Dang, that is tough, man.
It is.
That is really tough. And let's say you guys decide to make it big, because like I said in the episode, I don't know what the big league is. And y'all become like these catastrophically amazing, adult entertainment. I don't even know, because you try to be happy for your friends regardless, even if they, doing something you would have never thought. I'd be like, well, because we were actually on here talking about how would we support Alexis if she had an OnlyFans. We were trying
Alexis ain't having an OnlyFans.
We said we would just purchase the memberships and whatever, and then
we wouldn't watch the video.
We were like, I could not see.
Y'all better not click on that thing.
I'd be like, honey, I'd be too busy critiquing. Like, you didn't do this right.
Exactly. Erica will have a full report to give me.
And look, Alexis will tell her, girl, why don't you just start your own page?
Yeah. She was like, I'm tired of you talking to me about this.
Right.
Start your own OnlyFans.
Erica be on there testing cheesecakes.
I'll be on there like, let me tell you how to make some macaroni and cheese, candy yams, some collard greens, and smothered pork chops. We about to do it today, honey.
When you doing it like that, that's not gonna get you that Birkin bag.
Right.
You gotta get that Birkin bag.
It's gonna be like, they pay me through butter. Thank you.
The shade. But yeah, I had a few questions come through. I think Maurice said, would you be embarrassed if your family or best friend subscribed to your channel? So have you all had family members subscribe to your channel? Have you seen any names come through where you were like, oh my God, that's such
Can you see the names? Does it tell you the names?
So as far as the names go, you get a generic username. You have the choice on whether or not you want to change that. And you can change it to whatever you want. So if you don't change it, you have to physically go in there and change it. So if you don't change it, it's just going to say you and a whole bunch of numbers. But there are some people who go in there and change it. And I'm not sure if they know that we can see what they change it to, but we can see what they change it to.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we said it on the podcast that Sunday, but man, it's a pastor that's subscribed to our OnlyFans, and I mean, the shit just threw me all the way off because I'm like,
but who's
have you reached out to them? Like, I see you.
Wait, how did y'all know this was the pastor?
It ain't Pastor Troy.
Well, that would be kind of a big deal, but
right.
How do y'all know it's him? How do you know who it is?
Because they literally wrote out their government name.
Oh, that was not smart.
He must be
unless somebody used his name. Unless somebody used his name as a decoy,
or
right?
he could just be trying to figure out what he needs to preach to his flock about.
Why would somebody pick their pastor to write their name down? That's
yeah.
That's a little crazy.
Because Justin is over here like, Pastor such and such be following us.
He got to figure out what to preach about. That's all. He's doing he said, well, the research for this Sunday is let me log into OnlyFans.
Ebony's stupid. He said, so your cousin might be on there with the nickname Throat Goat 883. What in the world?
Yeah, they might be.
So y'all haven't had any family functions where somebody been like,
but why would somebody be like, hey, I seen you on
my people?
Yeah, because that incriminates them. Exactly.
Because my people in South Carolina would have shut me down. North Carolina, my aunties, everybody would have been like, guess what? Yep, we paid to go in there. We see what you was doing. So let's talk about it. Would be a whole cookout with everybody involved. It'd be like, we saw it, so sit down. Let's talk about it.
So your family would have printouts.
Right, they had a note.
They had a
Your
projector.
family would have
They'd be like, so they'd be like this on November 1. Yeah, we got this on video. We saw you with spread eagle doing cartwheels and all kind of stuff. Can you explain, first of all, how you did it? But secondly, why you did it? I mean, I'm telling you, it would have been a conference of all the family members about what I'm doing. I'm telling you. But y'all family might just be, they be like, y'all grown. Some people.
I mean, I did have to tell one family member, like, hey, I know you follow my Instagram and we cool, but anything you see on my page, I don't need you going back and talking to your sisters.
So your mothers do not know.
Of course not.
Not to our knowledge.
Oh,
y'all are killing me.
Aware of
Hey, Lashayda. Judy and James Belton would have been like, we heard. It'd have been 2 minutes in the having the page. 2 minutes.
Who would have told on you, Erica?
Everybody. Everybody. My daddy would have been like, guess what I heard? I know it ain't true though. Cause I know. I heard you got something called a fans only. Is that right? That's what he was saying. A fans only.
I feel like that would happen to us if somebody like, our mother or somebody like that, if they found out. I really do feel like they would address us the same way. I mean, I feel like we also do have family members that know about it. But
it's some of them.
So ain't nobody saying nothing to y'all. Ain't nobody.
So it must be like y'all cousins or something. It has to be like a cool family member. It can't be like an older.
Yeah, nah. And I feel like this: if an older family member did find out, it was because somebody else,
told them.
Because I mean, my mom ain't tech savvy like that, so. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
I know. She be up there calling them members only.
Right.
My mama did that. You trying to be funny. My mama was like, members only. I said, Mama,
that was a title that I thought about for this episode, members only. But I was like, wouldn't nobody get it? So.
They be
But I
like, why
thought
they
about
talk about
moving on.
coats? I mean,
It'll
but
be a
y'all
parent.
are doing really good for them not to know. Because let me tell you,
And it might just be something. It might just not be a big deal.
see,
I
my
mean,
family,
you don't-
we are very different. I'm telling you, it would be a conference call with a shared screen of me.
I am not doing all that. Do not.
Right. See,
No,
I'm
no.
not. I'm
That
not
would be
going through
my
all
thing.
that.
I'm doing.
That's
They be
not
like, so what?
happening.
They be like this. So item A, what did you do?
Click goodbye.
My first question will be like, why do you know what item A is?
No.
Have
They
a
would be
nice
like,
day.
what is you doing?
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you how they go.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I think also like if it is somebody like that who knows, they know our personality, and it's like, no, do not conference call me about what
Yeah.
I'm doing. I am grown.
Mm-mm.
I'm paying my own bills. You don't pay no bills over here. I don't live with you. Mind your own.
Oh man, I wish
And
my
this
child would
and
ever
this
say that to
good
me.
and this
I
good.
still
Let me
come
tell
with
you
his ass,
something.
honey.
At this
My parents are like Johnny.
at this good grown age that I'm at,
No,
you
No.
can't question me
So
about none of
Alexis,
this.
you would tell your daddy, you would tell your daddy that.
But that's
Absolutely.
what I'm saying. I would never.
Well, first of all,
address
he wouldn't
my
even do
parents
that.
like that. I would never address my parents like that. I'm speaking
Oh,
in
okay.
general. If it's like an auntie or some random family member, like just mind your business.
No,
But if
Yeah.
it's like my mother, my father, like there's a way to have
No.
a conversation without you interrogating me and making me feel some kind of way about my choices.
Let me tell you
I'm
something.
aware of my choices and
Right.
you know the consequences or whatever that comes with that.
Let me tell you something, Gabby. Let me tell you how I love my family. Y'all know I love y'all, right? So when I lost my V hood in college, let me tell you something. When I tell you it was a week long of
Wait, you lost your what?
V hood.
Her V hood.
What kind of hoodie?
Shut up, Gabby. It was a week long mess. My phone was off the chain every day.
How did they
How
even
did they
know?
know?
You told them?
It's a whole story, Kevin. It's a whole story. My sister called me and said, "You are no longer my shero."
Oh my goodness. That's kind of hard.
So I'm hearing you had to tell them because they wouldn't have known if you didn't say nothing.
Kevin, it was a whole story. You know, I feel like you know the story. It was a whole story, but it got back to them, and my aunts were calling, crying. There was prayer circles being held. I'm telling you, it was a
I
thing
got
for
a
like a
question.
week. As soon as I came home, y'all would have thought I shot up a bank. Y'all would have thought I shot up a bank.
I got a question for Erica. I do. I mean, and I mean, it's kind of a serious question though, because I mean, your family knows everything. So what happens whenever you meet a guy and you know all of a sudden, like, you know, he feels like whatever goes on between us is now a whole family affair.
No. So I'm able to keep things separate. But in that situation, first of all, my social media must be set up totally different. My social medias, they are connected to even my godparents are like, when I say they are godparents, they on Facebook, Instagram, Twitters. It don't matter. So if I put something somewhere, they're gonna make a call. And it's the way we keep each other accountable is out of this world. So these are godparents. These are, really close people to my folks. But in regards to things that happen between me and one other person, it's cool. But in college, there was a situation that happened where I was look. If I tell this story, I know my mama watches. She's gonna be like, "No, you're not gonna tell that story." But
Don't tell it. Don't tell it. You're gonna regret it later.
I basically freaked out because I didn't know what was happening. Okay.
So you told. But
the questions that I was given because I wasn't savvy, and I didn't know what I was being asked,
all you had to do was keep your mouth
No,
shut. That's
Kevin. It's
all you
because
had.
it was Kevin. No, it was a whole thing, Kev. I feel like you know the story. It was a whole thing. And once I was asked certain questions, I was like, oh my God. And I answered them because I was going through something. And I was like, oh my God. Yes, I did have sex. And it was, I gotcha. I knew you did it. What? It was just like this huge thing from Maryland to North Carolina to South Carolina. Because even my grandma called me and said, I heard what you, well, both my grandmas at the time were like, they both called me.
Grandma.
Right. I mean,
all you had to do was keep your mouth shut.
They took it the best. They were beautiful. But my daddy mama, she went ahead and told everybody down in South Carolina. It just traveled. It was just everywhere. So that's what I learned. I said, girl.
From the DMV to the South Kakalaki.
No,
like,
y'all just talking too much.
Moral
North Carolina to South Carolina.
Moral of the story is keep your mouth shut.
Thank you, Ebony. We might need to do that, but that might be a lot. But it was, listen, Alexis know the story. It was bad. It was a lot. I didn't know certain things, so I didn't know how to answer some questions, and but let me tell you, it was a week long.
Man, I'm tired after day.
But you know what, Erica? Even though your family gave you a hard time, I can see some good in the fact that you're able to call your mom and talk to her about those things, because you had questions and you called your mom. What if you had questions or something and you asked the wrong person and got the wrong information? I feel like it was a good thing that you were able.
Wait. But I just called to relate to that.
But you don't need to call them in real time. You can ask them questions.
Whatever, Kevin. You're gonna make me tell the story. But that was not the case. That was not the case. But anywho, maybe we'll talk about it, because now Ebony is like, we need to know what happened. But maybe I'll save one of these.
You're still living, so it was good that you were able to,
Yes, it was crazy, but look, Gabby, we know you done had a long day, girl. But give everybody your social media, so if they wanted to see what y'all talking about, they can see what y'all talking about.
It's MSGABRIELLE. So that's Miss Gabrielle _3. That's on Instagram. So
okay. Well, what about y'all joint page? It's J and G, right?
Yes, it's J. Lord, what is it? J.N.G on Instagram as well. But if you go to my page and hit the link in our bio, it has all of our links to all of our social media as well.
Okay. Well, yeah, definitely check out the episode, because we asked Miss Gabrielle some questions, Miss Gabby, because she represents us, the plus size community in that community. So she's giving us hope to be fearless.
I'm trying.
And just be you. Okay, Justin, we about to get off so y'all can go to bed, because you look like you done had a day.
I mean, it's been a long day, but shoot, man, we no.
All right, now we might have to check in on y'all in about 3-4 months to see what the update is, and if it's some changes, we'll have to bring y'all back to do an update, because y'all, when we said we were having y'all on, people was like, it's like, what now? When people started clicking, did y'all get any new followers? Like, how did that go? Because I know the clicks were happening. People were inboxing me, asking me questions like, so tell me this and tell me that. I was like, honey, you just gotta come to Facebook Live, because I don't know. Yeah, I think people are intrigued.
I mean, hey, our inboxes are always open.
I know
to answer any questions that anybody has. So I mean,
so they can inbox you all. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, they said let them know if you have any Q&A.
Is that part of like your thing when you do your OnlyFans? Like, is it good to interact with your fans? Like, if they inbox you and things like that, do you guys have take time out just to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
And we like to engage, and we like people asking us questions. I feel like sometimes people are like, because we're so open, I don't know if they're nervous to to ask us questions, but we like people asking us questions and engaging. So that's why it's like, if you got a question, just message us.
Oh, and Alexis, I asked Gabby how tall she was. We were saying you and Alexis look like. We said you and Alexis are like the same height. We thought y'all were the same.
My mic went on.
Yeah, it's on now though.
Go to hell.
Well, she's taller than you, Alexis.
She's taller than you. Because we were like, she look like she about Alexis's height. Because
they were very upset with that.
Look, Alexis is a little itty bitty, but Gabby, we'll have to meet you at like homecoming next year or something. And speaking of, happy homecoming, y'all! Happy G-Ho from home. I see A&T alumni on YouTube are really packing out the events. Last night was a DJ. It was Black Card Revoked. Was it Aggie Card Revoked? They're really doing it big. And actually here in DC, what is James's band name? I forgot. They're having a live concert tomorrow in DC. It's a lot going on. Virtually. So again, happy homecoming. Thank you.
Aggie Pride.
Gabby, we'll have to meet you next October, girl. October the 30th.
So we're not gonna have anywhere to stay because all the rooms sold out.
Johnny's, I tried to text you, but we ain't gonna talk about that on the night.
So Johnny, you ain't got no room. Johnny's ain't never got no room.
But she know what she about to do, and I'm gonna be like this. I got company.
If I'm still here, Johnny, you can come here.
Erica, can I stay with you?
She's like, Erica. And now, mind you, if her husband be like, come on over, I gotta go because my husband called me, but I be sitting there like, I done canceled everything because you here. Oh, David said, okay, David, it's good to know that you'll be there. So we'll have to have something. Hopefully.
He said he found a bed and breakfast.
It's a lot of bed and breakfasts in Greensboro that are
might be a nice little look.
It is.
Kevin, you should turn your place to a bed and breakfast and charge people.
Yeah. Look, Kevin being nice. Look at Kevin's face. Look at Kevin's face.
Kevin not going to do that.
Kevin,
G-Ho with the bougie bartender.
Ooh, Kevin gonna be like, next Saturday, he gonna be like, y'all all need to get out of the house.
I've been here all the time. Y'all just don't never come by.
Okay.
We're coming by, but I don't think you want us all in the house. We all like to have our times. We like to do this. We like to do. No, Kevin's gonna be like,
y'all worried about that. I'm not worried about that because I already know what my room and my bathroom is. Oh, so y'all can figure everything else out.
Whatever, Kevin.
Kevin said his bathroom, but when you have guests and it's a whole bunch of us, guess what happens? Your bathroom is no longer your bathroom. It's our bathroom too, Kevin.
Well, Kevin, since you've been making all these drinks, I want you to be the bartender.
I will.
Homecoming.
I definitely will.
We'll do it big, and hopefully Gabby will meet you and everybody in the comments. Karen knows she'll be around. Oh, it was a documentary tonight, David. We'll have to go back. Did you watch it on YouTube so we can go back and watch it?
I was about to say, where is it?
Because it's the Alumni Relations or something like that on YouTube.
Oh, I forgot to ask Justin and Gabby, what's the name of the documentary that y'all were talking about on Zeus about the OnlyFans?
I think it was called OnlyFans Cam LA. Mm-hmm. It's on the Zeus network. So
I'll look out for it.
Yeah. If you have the Zeus network, I mean, it should still be up there. I mean, I think the subscription is like $2.99 a month or something like that. Something super cheap.
All right. Well, thank you, Justin and Gabby and the broads. Happy homecoming and congrats to 2,000 downloads. We'll have to celebrate that here soon. We just been so crazy with all this stuff we got going on. But we'll check back in with you. And Gabby, thank you again, girl. We're gonna have to meet you and turn up, and then we're gonna see how much taller you are than Alexis, because this is good.
Whatever. Thank y'all for coming.
Hey y'all, David said he will post the link in the chat.
Comment. Okay.
In the comments.
Thank you, David. We appreciate you. Happy homecoming. And make sure you all listen to the actual podcast itself on all podcast platforms. I'm pretty sure Patrice will probably push out our link tree that shows all of the different platforms we are on. We on everything. You type in Black Bougie Broads, we're there. So check us out. Next week should be a great episode too. I mean, we're really doing good with these entrepreneurs who are really putting it out there. So we thank you guys for being you, being authentic, and being beautiful and fearless. Because
thanks for having us.
You're very welcome.
Kicking it with us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
It's been fun.
All right. Y'all have a great night.